Beth's husband is threatening to leave her because he says she's too fat. Find out what caused her to gain weight and how she can put an end to this binging.
Nothing I did was working. The more I tried, the more out of control my eating became. Then, I did something I hadn't tried before. I became a savvy detective and figured things out. If I can do it, so can you. Find out more at solveyouroutofcontroleating.com.
Welcome to Solve Your Out of Control Eating. I'm Vicki Todd, a child and adult psychoanalyst and an eating disorder specialist.
And I'm Michelle Holtzberger, a clinical social worker. But in the virtual world, we are savvy detectives
who solve real-life eating mysteries like today's.
And we're going to teach you how to become a savvy detective too. So here we go. Step into our virtual office for this brief therapy session. Then stick around afterwards. You'll hear our detective work and our expert advice. Now, here's Beth.
My husband's threatening to leave me because I'm too fat. I'm so scared. He's all I have.
Sounds scary.
It is. My parents and I, well, we haven't gotten along in years. Not since I moved in with Rick. And I don't have many friends. They don't like him either. Guess I put all my eggs in one basket. But now he says I'm too fat. Says no man wants a wife bigger than he is.
Hurtful words.
Oh, trust me. There have been plenty more. He's been saying mean things for the last 3 years, even before we got married. It started out really good. When I first met him, he was so sweet and kind, attentive and generous. He told me I was the most beautiful woman he'd ever met. He was always buying me little gifts, flowers, scented candles, sexy lingerie. He even carved my name into a pumpkin and surrounded it with flowers for Halloween. Told me he couldn't stop thinking of me, missed me so much when I went on work trips, texted me all the time. But then everything changed.
When was that?
When I moved in. He started calling me a slob if I left one thing out, like my blow dryer or if I left my jacket on the kitchen chair. And he said I'm terrible at managing money, so he handles our finances. But the weird thing is that I used to be really good at managing money. He was the one in debt. I don't know.
How confusing. Sounds like he went from being kind to, what shall we call it?
My friends call it controlling.
What do you call it?
Bossy. But he's right. I can be kind of a mess sometimes, like when I'm cooking, and I do spend too much money on makeup and hair products. Plus I have to keep my therapy a secret. He wouldn't want me spending the money. But in the past year and a half, it's gotten really bad, and I need help.
Tell me.
He's out every night with his work friends until well past midnight while I wait for him to come home. He doesn't even bother texting me. If I text him, he gets mad. Says I'm always checking up on him. Don't you trust me?
Do you?
Not really. He's always checking his phone, acting sneaky. Yesterday he told me he would be home on time, so I cooked dinner. But he didn't show up until after I went to bed.
How did that make you feel?
Sad.
Sad or mad?
Sad. When he does this to me, well, that's when I eat. I've put on 30 pounds in the last 3 months. When I started eating sweets, I just can't stop. I hide them in the trunk of my car so Rick doesn't see them. When I bag up the wrappers and take them down to the dumpster before he gets home, in case he goes through the trash. I know it sounds childish, but I feel so anxious all the time, and food helps. The other day, he was berating me for being fat. He told me he could barely keep his hands off the women at work, which makes me wonder about what he's doing at night.
What do you suppose is happening?
Well, if he can barely keep his hands off the women at work, I doubt he's keeping his hands off the women in bars. And I keep getting, urinary tract infections.
What do you make of that?
Well, I think he's screwing around and bringing cooties home to me.
And yet you stay?
Well, I love him. And besides, where would I go?
Good question.
Maybe my cousins? I could stay with her for a while. But I really want to lose weight and save my marriage. I try, but I can't stop eating. I beg him to give me another chance, but then I don't change. And now he's saying he's going to file for divorce if I don't lose the weight.
Okay, now here's the detective work for Beth.
As Beth talked, I listened and took notes to get things organized for us. And I would encourage our listeners to do the same. Remember, you're detectives and you're listening for feelings. Beth shared a few. Scared,
That he's gonna leave her and that she doesn't have any place to go.
right? Sad,
Yeah, when he lies to her and berates her
right? And anxious.
all the time. And I mean, who wouldn't be with someone this unkind?
There you go, Michelle. And thank you, Beth, because this gives me a chance to talk about a very important therapy issue for our detectives to be on the lookout for: missing feelings. Beth's able to let herself know about her scared, sad, and anxious feelings. But what's the normal feeling to have when you're being emotionally abused? Anger. The therapist even asked her about it, and she denied it. No, no, not angry, sad. So angry is the missing feeling here. Then the question becomes, why can't Beth feel angry?
Maybe she's afraid to get mad at him. I mean, afraid that he'll leave her.
That's what I think too. But if she could have her mad feelings, they would save her. She would be the one leaving him, not him leaving her. And this is a very disturbed guy,
Do you think he's dangerous?
emotionally without a doubt, but I'm not sure about physically.
So are you thinking narcissist?
Yes, and here's why. He engages in love bombing, gaslighting, isolating her, devaluing her, blame shifting, grooming her to become dependent on him. All classic signs that you are dealing with a narcissist. But our focus needs to be on Beth.
Well, I was struck by how confused she became. You know, she got confused about her ability to manage money.
Well, that's because he interferes with her reality testing.
Hmm. Hmm. Do you think he'll leave her?
No, I think he's threatening in order to gain even more control. Rick was in debt when she met him. I think he's financially using Beth. Fortunately, she's now in therapy and she has a therapist to help her figure things out.
Yes, because recognizing her anger will empower her. I mean, I think it'll make all the difference in the world. She'll stop stuffing the angry feelings with food and instead she'll let them out. And then food won't have this grip on her the way it does now.
Yes, that way she can be in charge of eating and food rather than the opposite.
Well, that's it for now, but there's more stories like Beth's to come. So be sure to give us a like and subscribe and even hit the bell so you don't miss a single episode.
And remember, keep searching for clues.